myself sick. What's good, everybody? It is me, Vanglorious. Welcome back to another video. It is hot, hence the towel. So I'm back in the heat to bring you some more heat. So this is my 2021 GR Supra. It is a 3.0 premium, and I got it in July 7th, 2020. So this marks 4 years with this vehicle. The one thing I can definitely say about it is that I smile almost every time I drive this car. And I kind of want to share some of the things I have done with it. For those of you who are new to the channel, yeah, this has been here before the Z, and I'll probably get to the 8.6 in another video, but this is a momentous day for it. It's the anniversary, 4 years, so I want to get into some content. Anyway, so you're probably wondering what kind of mods do I have and what have I done since the last video on the channel pertaining to Supra. Haven't really done any new mods, but I can tell you what I got. So I do have an MST intake. I have an FTP charge pipe set, so those are in red. I am rocking port injection. It's a radium port injection kit with injector dynamics, 1050cc injectors, and I have the Reflex Plus to control that. I do have an FP green cold side supercore turbo, so it just replaces the cold side of the stock turbo. This way you get a little bit more volumetric air. It's kind of like a stuffed turbo, and I'll get into that in, I don't know, maybe another video. So that's what I have for engine mods. In terms of visual stuff, I do have the Artisan Spirits rear deck spoiler in the back, so I got that from Japan. And then I do have this car lowered on ABOC Pro Kit springs, so they do give them a nice drop. I think it's like 1.25 inches, I believe. It's something healthy, something that, honestly, the street stance of this car looks amazing. It's just enough low for me to not have too many issues on the road. Like, I barely scrape. I really have to scrape if there's like a dip in the road. If there's no dip, I'm fine. And then just to give it that little extra poke, there's 13mm BMS spacers in the front and 15mm in the back. So that's really how the car sits. I haven't done wheels because I can't decide on what wheels I want. And I really haven't done anything else to the car because I really like it being like an OEM Plus looking car. That's just really been my jam. So yeah, these 4 years have been amazing in terms of ownership and mods and experiences. I've had a lot of first-time experiences with this car. I did the track day that Toyota gives you with the NASA program. So I was at NJAP, the lightning course. That was fantastic. I went to MIR in Maryland and did the drag strip there, just a test and tune day. That was really cool. And I don't know, it's my first fast car and it's my first turbo car. So really excited to have it. I still smile high when I drive this car. I just love it. So outside of talking about this car, I kind of wanted to take you guys for a drive because I feel like it's a little bit more fun when you can hear some of the rage. And I know I've talked in previous videos about how it gives you a symphony of noises. So I just want you guys in the cabin so you can experience that. All right, so let's get some sights and sounds from this GR Supra. All right, so I did leave out two mods that I do have. So one is the Power Needy catted downpipe, and another is the XHP transmission tune. Now, the transmission tune's really been helping with my last tuning session or revision that I've had to my current map, mainly because I was getting some slippage in 6th gear, and now I'm not getting that anymore. So since I've gotten that, it's been really good. The shifts are very fast. On stage 2 with a couple of custom parameters, and it's been really fast. So this car has really transformed a lot ever since it's been stock up until now. It's transformed in a lot of ways. There are a couple of things that I would probably tell people to either skip or be conscious of when you start upgrading this car, because I know a lot of people have questions about power potential, mainly because these are a powerhouse. So if you are getting this to have a pretty fast car, skip just a flash. Go with a downpipe if you don't care about emissions, or if your state isn't emissions heavy, go ahead and get a catless downpipe and a tune. That's an easy 450 wheel right there. If you're the type of person that wants to be above 500 but not quite over 600, you can still grab a pure turbo. Or if you just don't want to do the turbo thing, you can just run ethanol. You can run an E50 mix of ethanol in 93 or 91, and you'll make 500 wheel and 600 pound-feet of torque. You will have some slippage and 6 gear from the transmission. So I would grab the XHP to go along with that, just so you have a pretty cohesive experience. If you are somebody who wants even more power than that, port injection, pure turbo, low pressure fuel pump. If you got money like that, do the intake manifold as well, and build the transmission if you don't want to be worried about slippage. So that's probably going to run you anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 with all of that together. But you'll be in the range of 650 to 750 horsepower. And that is just from the pure turbo and correct fueling. The rest of those things are pretty much supportive mods. The port injection you will need because you're going to run out of fueling, and you can't run full 85 without port injection. So even right now, I can run full E85 if I felt like it. You'll be limited to E30 if you do not have a low pressure fuel pump upgrade. So that's why I threw that in there as well. So that's kind of where my experience yields. Like, I can't tell you about top mount turbos. I can't tell you about precision turbos like the 6466s and stuff like that. Zona turbos. I don't have it. I know people who do have big turbo kits or top mount kits, and you know, they could probably chime in the comments if they see the video, but that's mainly like your levels to this. Most of the people I know are like street cars. Like, at the end of the day, this is a street car for me. So, you know, the downpipe and tune with the port injection, right now it's fitting the bill for me. At some point I'll probably go a little bit crazier now that, you know, there's 2 other cars for me to drive basically, so I can go crazy with this car, but it's just a matter of keeping it sane. You know, like, don't get me wrong, this car modding stuff is really cool, but it's expensive. Like, literally, I saw a comment on the last video that I kind of was like, you know, at one point I used to think this. Like, he was like, yo, like, you kind of have to be rich to have this car. And he was talking about the Z. And not for nothing, like, the car market right now really sucks. So I don't blame him for saying that, because, you know, 10 years ago to get a 370Z wasn't as crazy as it is to get a new Z now. It's just everything is absolutely crazy these days. So yeah, I kind of get where he's coming from, but I also feel like that now because all I do is look at 911s and first gen R8s that are V10s. Like, I look at those things and I'm like, oh man, I gotta be rich to have that. Because everything comes with time and hard work, or when you make a way, it's possible. So if there's anything to take from these videos that I put out, is that all this stuff is possible. You know, it just takes time. It honestly really takes time. And this is why I'm like really transparent about the whole modding thing, and I try not to make clickbaity videos, because it's really easy to lead people on to believe that, you know, all this stuff is in motion, when really, like, it just takes time for you to save the money, get the mods, do the work, then work on the video. It takes a lot out of you, and this YouTube thing is like not easy. It really takes time. But yeah, that is really the review on this car. It's fantastic. I advise anyone to go get this car. It's amazing. If you can afford to have one, definitely get one. You won't be disappointed. It's the best car I've ever owned to date. The best car. So on that note, now you know how I feel about it. Hopefully you guys go out and get one. If there's anything that I missed that you want to know about this car, or what I've done to it, or what my experience is in any other different fashion, leave a comment down below. You know I enjoy the conversation, so I will definitely answer your questions. Outside of that, I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. Hopefully you enjoy yours. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.